Hello, and welcome to the Beginner's Tatting video series. I've chosen to remake a lot of the videos. I'm going to leave the existing videos that are on the page up, but I've chosen to redo this so that we can break it down into individual videos per technique. But for right now, we're going to go over some of the different shuttles. Now, mind you, this is not all the shuttles that I have, but I want you to see the variety that you have as far as tatting shuttles go, sizes and what they are. You have very many different shuttles out there. They all serve the same purpose. It's just their design and stuff is different from shuttle to shuttle. And as you get into tatting, you will discover which shuttle you like the best, and you'll find that once you find your shuttle that's your favorite shuttle, you'll buy a lot of those because you're going to be constantly using them. But I wanted to get a little bit of everything because some of these shuttles have a specific purpose, okay? And some are just generalized tatting, okay? Now to start with, we're going to start with these metal shuttles here. Now, these metal shuttles are post, okay? They have a round post down inside that you wrap your thread around, and they work, same principle as tatting, okay? Some of these shuttles, as you can see, are bigger than others. This one here is a bobbin shuttle. Now what you do with a bobbin shuttle is you load the thread on the bobbin, okay? And then you put the bobbin back in the shuttle and continue on, okay? These are great for when you're traveling. You can load a bunch of bobbins and you're not sitting in the car trying to wrap your thread onto your shuttle and, you know, getting it on there even, because the car's bouncing, bumping and everything. If you go ahead and pre-wind a bunch of bobbins before you go, you got your thread wrapped. All you do is just pop one out, put one in. That's what those are great for. They do not hold a huge amount of thread, excuse me. The smaller the thread, they hold more, okay? But these post shuttles tend to hold a lot more than a bobbin shuttle. Also, bobbin shuttles, if you're going to be applying beads in your tatting, as you can see, there's not a lot of room on these, and the beads take up so much room, you're not going to get a lot of thread, so you're not going to get very far tatting with a bobbin shuttle for beadwork, okay? So just a little tidbit of information. A lot of people, they'll buy the bobbin shuttle and say, I'm set. No, you're not, okay? Because you're going to find difficulties with a bobbin shuttle that you don't have with a post shuttle. However, you're going to find difficulties with the post shuttle that you don't have with the bobbin shuttle. They all have their pros and cons, okay? But you make your best guesstimate on what you want to do, okay? And how you're going to handle it. These here are Celtic shuttles, okay? They're very small and slender. And I have this set here that's made out of wood. This is cherry wood. And this is also a Celtic shuttle. These are Celtic shuttles as well, okay? They're because with Celtic tatting, you're weaving your chains in and out to create the Celtic knots. So you need slender shuttles in order to do it. Now, these, if you look at them, they're on the Handy Hands website. The size is very deceiving, okay? Now, most people that are out there are familiar with this type of shuttle here. These are sold, these are the clovers, okay? And they're sold at most craft stores. You get them in a package of 2 or 3. Some packages will have 5 in them. Okay, and I think they're like $4.99 to $6.99 for the packages. And most people are familiar with this type of shuttle. Okay, and if you will look at the size, okay, comparison, as you can see, that Celtic shuttle that is sold at Handy Hands isn't very big. It does not hold a large amount of thread. This is all the thread that it holds. And I would venture to say that's maybe 3-4 yards. And with Celtic tatting, most of your work is done with chains. Okay? So you're not going to be doing rings, which takes up a lot more thread. But still, you're not going to get very far. Most of your Celtic tatting is motifs that I have seen. They're not doing huge doilies in Celtic tatting because, as you can see, the shuttles just don't hold a tremendous amount of thread. However, these are good for getting in and out of tight places. Okay? So, like I said, they all have their purpose. These over here are what are common shuttles. Every day you see them. Okay? This here is the Tatsy that I use to do the videos with. This is an extremely large shuttle. Okay? People that have arthritis do not have a hard time gripping this shuttle. Okay? However, if you will look, this is a Starlight. You can see the difference in the size. Okay? Huge difference. And you see how it fits in my hand? Next to the Tatsy. Alright? There you go. Big, big difference. Alright, now we have the Moonlight shuttle in comparison to the Tatsy. Okay? The Moonlight is the new one that's got the crochet hook on the end. Love, love, love these shuttles. They do hold quite a bit amount of thread. Okay, plus you've got the hook so you're not chasing a hook all over the place. But in the same area, the cons on that are you have a hook on the end. And it will catch on everything if you're not careful. Okay? So there's pros and cons to everything. Picks, they're great, but you've got to make your picots larger in order to accommodate the pick going down and pulling it through. Pulling your thread through. So, you know, if I've got a pick, 9 times out of 10, the pick's to the back of my hand and I'm using this end of the shuttle to do my tatting with. I hardly ever use the picks. Okay, these Starlights had picks on them. They were really, really big, and I did like most tatters. I neutered it. And what I did is I took and cut the end of the pick off and then took a nail file and reshaped the points so that it would still work. Be careful doing that. You can warp your shuttle if you're going to neuter it and open these tines here. They're called blades, and if you get them too far open, then your thread just flops off. Okay, you'll be tatting and you drop it to do a joint or something, and the tatting starts just unrolling off the shuttle. This is a prim. Everybody wants to know about prims. This is a prim. It is a very small shuttle. Again, it is used, as you can see, to get into tight places. You can tat with this. I have just gotten this one, so I'm not sure how much thread it's going to hold, but I would venture to say the smaller threads, it would hold a pretty good sized amount. Okay, probably maybe 10-15 yards. I'll let you know once I use it. I just wanted one for my collection, and I got one. So these are metallicized shuttles. They're plastic. As you can see, they're pretty good sized on the inside. The inside of the shuttle will tell you about how much it will hold. This is a post shuttle, and as you can see down in there, it's got pretty good room in there. So you could probably get some decent amount of thread in there. Okay. Over here, we have more bobbin shuttles. This is a common one, Airlight. Bobbin, you fill it, you pop it in. It's got a hook on the end. Another great shuttle to take with you if you're traveling and want to tat in the car, because you can fill up a bunch of bobbins, put them in a bobbin case, go traveling, and you're not chasing your thread or trying to get your thread lined up on your shuttle correctly. Plus it has a hook on the end. So there's two tools you ain't got to mess with, okay? Then you have this. This is the GR8. This is the resin GR8. It comes with a bobbin. Now the GR8 is the only bobbin shuttle that I know of that takes sewing machine bobbins. Okay? When you go to buy extra bobbins for your GR8s, take the one that comes with the shuttle to your local craft store that carries fabric and sewing supplies. Measure your bobbin. You do not want to stretch your shuttle, okay? Because on the GR8s, once you stretch them out, you take a chance on the resin breaking, okay? So you don't want that, and you don't want to wear the resin. So take your bobbin with you. Measure it. Make sure it's going to fit, all right? That's just a little food for thought. Okay, these are wooden Russian shuttles. I got these from Russia. Veronica Arkadjeva, I think is how you say her last name. I probably got that wrong, probably flubbed it up really bad. She makes some awesome, 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 awesome shuttles. I cannot say enough how good these shuttles are. They're smooth, they're weighted properly, they're balanced properly, and as you can see, she custom made these for me. Because I do larger projects, I do make a lot of doilies. I like to have a lot of thread on here. Now mind you, you see how much thread I have on here? It still can hold more. I filled up this shuttle. This is the one without the pick, and this is the one with the pick. It's a regular crochet hook type pick. I filled this up. It held almost a complete ball of Elizabeth size 20 thread without stretching the blades. So, but this is a custom made. Her other shuttles that she's got are standardized sized. But I want you to check out her Etsy shop. I mean, the workmanship and the detail on these is awesome. It is worth the wait. The delivery time to me, I ordered them back in early October. I did not get them until 3 days before Christmas. And it was worth the wait. Okay? I would not, normally when I buy stuff, I want to pay for it, get it now. Okay? But these, because they are handmade, these are not machine made. They are handmade. She makes each one individual as you order it. Because they're handmade, I waited and I had patience, okay? And almost 3 months to get them, and worth every minute of the wait. Now, when you get them, you're going to have, where she's varnished them, the blades may be stuck a little bit, okay? Because the varnish tends to get hot in traveling. So you may have to run a little fingernail file. I've got one right here, okay? And just run it up through there to break, and make sure you hold your shuttle right. Break that loose, okay? And as you're breaking it loose with the fingernail file, it will also shave off any of that varnish that comes off. Because it takes a while for varnish to cure, okay? So shellacs and things like that, they don't dry in a jig time. And if it's hot and humid during travel, it will make the varnish get gooey, and that's why it will stick. So just take your fingernail file, but hold that shuttle tight in your hand when you're running it through, because you don't want to break these wooden blades, okay? Because you break them, your shuttle's ruined. Okay, so just food for thought. Your wooden shuttles, make sure when you're winding a wooden shuttle, you do the walking method. Do not do the windmill method, because you don't realize, but you're pulling back on that thread when you're windmill, and you could break your blades. As you can see, the difference in the blade sizes. Okay, the blades on the wooden shuttle is just a teeny bit thicker than on a plastic. Okay, but it is very, very thin still. So it can be damaged. And once you damage your wooden shuttle, you're heartbroken. Okay, because you will find with the weighting and balancing of the wooden shuttle, it will probably be your favorite go-to shuttle. And what I do is when I'm working at home, these are the ones that I will work with. If I'm going out, I grab the inexpensive ones. Okay, I grab my little plastic ones, and those go with me. That way if I lose a shuttle, I haven't lost anything. I've heard harem-scarum stories all over the place. I went to the doctor's and I lost my shuttle. I can't find it. And it was one of my favorites. Don't do that. Deal with your ones that you're not really crazy about at the doctor's. Okay? And when you're out and about, save these for when you're at home. Because if you lose it in the house, odds are you're going to find it. It may take some time, but you will find it. Okay? So just a little bit of advice. Your good shuttles, don't take them out because you don't want to lose them. You know, these are heirlooms. You want to pass these down. Keep the tradition of tatting going. Okay? But this shows you the variety that is out there. And like I said, this is only a small tidbit portion of my collection. A lot of these shuttles I've got 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and more of. Okay? And the reason is, when you're tatting, you're using 9 times out of 10 2 shuttles. Okay? So I always buy in pairs. Okay? I don't care what I'm doing, I buy pairs. And if I really like the shuttle or I see that it's going to be something I'm going to use frequently, I buy more than one set. Okay? I will get several sets. So that's just a little information on the different types of shuttles that are out there. There is penile tatting, and that's where you add beads to your tatting, and it's a certain way you do it, okay? It makes the beads chains and things like this, okay? I'm not well versed on penile tatting. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm still learning myself. But from what I understand, you want shuttles that can hold a lot of thread and a lot of beads, and the bigger beads. That is the reason Veronica made these larger for me, so that I could get into some bead tatting. Okay? And I will be ordering more shuttles from her. Even if it takes 6 months to get here, she's going to get more orders from me. That is how well made they are. So look her up. I'll have a link down below so you can look at her shuttles. And she engraves and, oh, just awesome, awesome, awesome. I can't say enough about her. And she is a very trustworthy seller, and she's conscientious, very conscientious of your order and you as a customer. Okay, I cannot say enough about the customer service with her. Okay, wonderful, wonderful lady to do business with. Like I said, worth the wait. Okay, the GR8s, wonderful. Randy is an awesome dude. His brother Gary, same. They make these. They're here in the States. Okay, these are really good shuttles. I love these GR8s. I will not lie to you. If I'm going to use a bobbin shuttle, this is the one I grab. This one has been collecting dust. So has this one. Okay, these metal shuttles, they're heavy, they're weighty, but they work great if you're working on a big project. Like some of the doilies you get that are like 18, 20, 24, even bigger. You don't get your shuttle lost in your doily. With these smaller shuttles, you'll tend to lose them in the doily, and then you're just flipping your doily around, reshaping it, trying to find your shuttle. So these are weighty, and they work great for larger projects. Like I said, it's your choice. This is an antique shuttle that was given to me by my great-great-great-aunt, and she tatted with this. This one here is another metal shuttle that I've gotten. It's sterling silver as well, where you can engrave in here. I don't even remember where I got that. Picked it up somewhere. So, like I say, go on the hunt. Looking at the different shuttles, you might find something that intrigues you. Okay? And try it. Very worst case scenario, you don't like tatting with it, but it's a beautiful shuttle. You add it to your collection. Now, I also have some bone shuttles. I don't use those because as you tat with them, the bone wears down and they lose their grip. Those are just decorative shuttles. Okay, I just sit them around. And they help remind me, guess what you're doing today? Tatting. So, on that note, this video ran a little longer than I had planned on, but I wanted to get out there about the different shuttles because there's a lot of confusion about the sizes, and I wanted to show you the different sizes. It doesn't matter which shuttle you use as long as you are comfortable with it. Okay? Tatting does not require you to have a certain size shuttle for a certain job. It's not like crochet. You got to change hook for this pattern and a hook for that pattern. No. It's what fits comfortable in your hand, what you're comfortable with using. Alright? So that explains shuttles. And the next video we're going to get into breaking these steps down from beginner all the way through. Okay? We're going to start with winding a shuttle and then move on. So until the next video, have a great day and happy tatting. Thank you.